All right, welcome back, folks, to the Brevard Sports Network as we continue our day of great youth action right here. "12U" action between the Rockets and the Hawks. It's been a fun day. Both really and sarcastically, if I'm being quite honest. The weather has been fun. We had a nice hour-and-a-half rain delay, or lightning delay. A nice cell came over around the 12 o'clock hour. I guess closer to 11:30. Big old cell came and had a bunch of lightning, and that was super fun. And now, which explains why it's, 4:40, and we are just now starting 12U. All right, I do not have a roster for the Rockets. I do have one for the Sun Tree Vieira Hawks. And tried a squib kick, and Hawks will fall on it. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Be a 1st down here for the Hawks. Number 8 is your quarterback. That's Brody Argo. Sends a man in motion. Argo hands to the up back, and he'll run into a mass of humanity that is the offensive and defensive lines. That was number 2, Lincoln Keith. And Keith will pick up maybe a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9 here. Hawks come out now. Spread. Running back side, car left. Sends a man in motion. Drops back to pass. Avoids a defender. Looking to set his feet. Now he's going to take off running with it. He might get a couple of yards. I believe I saw a penalty flag flying through the air. I am mistaken. It's 3rd down for the Hawks. I'd like to welcome everyone watching here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. Argo sends a man in motion. Calls for the snap. Argo is now rolling right. Looking to throw the football, and he does. He's got a man, and it's overthrown, incomplete. He was looking there for number 19, Martin Zeller. And with 8:40 to go here in the first quarter, the Hawks face 4th down, 4th and about 5. And they're going to go for it. There's a snap. Argo surveying, fires, and incomplete, and he's going to want that one back. That's Waylon Perkins. He's going to want that one back because he had a chance to catch that and turn upfield to pick up that 1st down. He had all sorts of space. We turn over on downs with 8:33 left to go here in the first, and it will be Rockets ball. Now we get to see this Rockets offense again. I do not have a Palm Bay Rockets 12U roster. So I'm not just calling the numbers because I want to. It's just that's all I have to go on. Quarterback comes out, 2 backs in the backfield with him. 1 receiver out wide. Give it to number 6. Number 6 trying to get to the outside, but being held up there. That was number 12, Lisanio Small, Jr. Bring up 2nd down here and 12 for the Rockets. Number 16 is your quarterback. And fumble on the snap. And the Rockets fall back on it. Miscommunication there at the mesh point. And it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Rockets. Six and a half minutes left to go here in the first quarter, and neither offense could really get much of anything going within their first drive so far. There's a snap. Quarterback steps up, and he's going to be brought down immediately. Number 5, the first one in. That's Corey Small, the 3rd. And he'll be taken down at about the 40. He'll pick up a couple of yards on that makeshift scramble. But it will still be 4th down and close to. We'll call it 15. 4th and 15 here for the Rockets, and I think number 16 is going to punt this one away. There's a snap, and that one kind of goes sideways, and that one will take a hawk bounce before being stopped by number 1. .452 left to go here in the first quarter, and again, neither offense really able to get anything off on their first couple of drives. Both defenses looking stout. You know, that this 12U team, Lincoln Keith, Brody Argo, Jaden Franco, Eugene Bell, Blake Braid, Carter Dyer, Lachlan Williams locking down that defensive line, and I believe he also plays offensive line as well. So, again, just there's a lot of talent on this team, and again, it's taking a little minute to get going. There's the snap, and here comes number 1 on the outside. He's got all sorts of room to run. He gets shoved out of bounds, and number 1, that's David Sanchez. Sanchez picks up the first big gain of the game, and it will be enough for a Century Vieira Hawk first down. And a timeout called. 4:31 left to go here in the first quarter. And while we have this timeout, I'd like to tell you all about DSP, Dean Stewart Photography. Capture the moment. The thing that separates Dean Stewart apart is their attention to detail and their singular focus on the ones they are photographing, whether it's the photograph experience, whether it's the attention to detail and the editing process. Any of their services, DSP is the way to go, capturing every moment from your child's first school picture day to graduating high school, maybe even putting on a uniform. DSP will capture every moment. Information is at the bottom of your screen. And we got Argo right over the middle, and he finds his man, makes a man miss. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Century Vieira. Number 1, David Sanchez. And that had to have been one of the easiest touchdown throws for Brody Argo. With 4:20 left to go here in the first. And, I mean, just to show you how fast David Sanchez was, he looked like he was jogging. Like, he looked like he was jogging and he was still faster than everybody. Point after try, no good, and the Hawks take a 6-0 lead. 1-play drive, or actually 2-play drive, and it's 6-0, Hawks on top here on the Brevard Sports Network. I also like to take this time to talk about something. So anyone who's followed me here on the Brevard Sports Network knows that I really, really loved and enjoyed my time with 7v7 Elite. Unfortunately, 5 years of work has come crumbling to ashes, as in Merritt Island, there was a Merritt Island U-Haul storage facility that caught on fire. Well, in catching on fire, 7v7 Elite lost $30,000 to $40,000 in electronics, tents, field setup equipment, and well, we're 7v7 Elite. We're trying to get it going back, and the season starts in January, or I should say more December. So if you can help, go to the Brevard Sports Network or the 7v7 Elite Facebook page, and there we go. That's an onside kick. And number 94 jumping on that's Waylon Perkins, who dropped the pass, recovers the onside kick, but quickly back. The Brevard Sports Network has made a post about it. Several news stations have reported on it. The Merritt Island fire at the U-Haul. We're trying to replace $30,000 to $40,000 of equipment so we can come back bigger and better than ever, and we could use your help. So either going to the 7v7 Elite Facebook page or the Brevard Sports Network Facebook page. We have the GoFundMe link in the post. Even if you can't, hold on 1 second. There we go. Even if you can't donate, if you could go and share the link. We're trying to raise money so we can continue giving athletes around the state of Florida the platform they deserve to shine and show off their talents at the 7v7 circuits. And folks, if you could, that would be greatly appreciated. Any kindness or even sharing and making everyone aware is greatly appreciated. There's the handoff there, number 14. Gets to the outside. Following his blockers, run out of bounds. That's going to be Jackson Curley. And that'll bring up third down. Third and 5 for the Hawks here. 12U action. So far, the Hawks are undefeated on the day as a program. 2 running clock victories. 2 hard-fought battles. Argo under center, I formation. Send Whalen's in motion, fires off the back foot, wide open. Number 34 and finally tackled. That's Jace Norton on the reception. And Norton got behind the defense, and look, that was just basic smoke and mirrors. We're going to send one man in motion that we've thrown the ball to before. Get your eyes moving with his motion. Guess what? We sneak somebody just behind the defense and complete a great pass. And there ran a little triple option here, and oh my gosh, ball's on the ground. The Rockets have jumped on it. The Rockets defense forces a turnover, and that all started with the pitch. When Argo pitched the ball came right at the running back's head, and he had to take time to adjust it in his arm. Well, as he was doing that, a great job by the defender. Just as you're taught, swipe at the ball, try to get it free. The defender got it free, and Palm Bay Rockets will jump on the fumble. .148 and counting left to go here in the first quarter as it'll bring 1st and 10 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Rockets now. Number 16 in at quarterback. There's a snap. Drops back to pass. Fires. They're going to take a shot in double coverage. And it's going to be incomplete. Good job. The Rockets receivers wanting a flag. But that was just good defense. Both guys went for the ball as the ball was in the air. And both had the same goal in mind. They weren't trying to intercept the ball. They were just trying to knock it down. There's a snap. Trying to find his way around that right side, and that defense getting in there, that D-line not allowing anyone to get anywhere. David Sanchez was the one leading that crew of Hawks. It'll bring up 3rd and long here, approximately 3rd and 13 or 14. And number 16 tries to put someone in motion, and that's going to be a motion penalty. False start on the offense. That'll back them up 5 yards. So what was already 3rd and about 14 will back it up to 3rd and 17. Or 3rd and 18. I promise I know how to math. And that will be the final play of the first quarter with your score. The Sun Riviera Hawks 6, the Palm Bay Rockets 0. We'll be back after a few messages from our commercials.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
That's right. That was 23-time tag team champion Devon Dudley bringing us back. Had a chance to sit down and talk with him a few years back, and he's honestly, one, he's a Brevard County resident. 2, he's a genuine good guy. You can just sit and talk with him for hours and just listen to his life stories, and he's a great storyteller. He's just one of the guys you could sit, crack open a cold adult Pepsi, and just sit and talk for hours with him. Such a great human, and blessed to have the opportunity to sit with him, like I said, a few years back. Number 16, the handoff there to number 5, and number 5 bounces off a shoulder tackle. He was down by contact. People call it shoulder tackling. I call it the Florida boy tackling. You want to bring someone down, stop trying to hit him with the shoulder, wrap up, take him to the ground. The shoulder tackle looks cool on social media if you complete it. If he bounces off you, you don't look as cool. And that will force the punt, and number 0 catches, or that's number 8. That's Argo. Argo with a stiff arm. Argo getting out to the right side. Argo has room to run. Couple men to beat. It's going to be a foot race. Argo into the end zone. Touchdown, Brody Argo. +40 yard punt return for a touchdown. And it's 12-0 with 9:04 left to go here in the second quarter. First one was no good. Argo saying we're missing somebody. And number 19, Martin Zeller, set to do the kicking. And he kick is up and good, and 2 points put on the board. It's 14-0. Sun Riviera Hawks on top. All right, we're back here on the Brevard Sports Network. 12U action, and right now a little slow developing start for the Hawks, but have now put 14 points on the board. One offensively and one via as my good friend Billy Palmer likes to call them, special forces. Brody Argo saying, I don't need to be on offense to score. Watch this. I'll do it in the punt return game. 40-plus yard on the touchdown return. And Zeller set to kick this one off. And the Hawks missing one, so now someone trotting on to take their place on kickoff coverage. Zeller squibs this one. It's been touched, so now it's a live football, and number 6 trying to get outside and has nowhere to go. And the Hawks are more worried about trying to strip them of the football than they are making the tackle. The returner was caught at about the 30 or the 39-yard line, but because you had 3 or 4 Hawks that were all trying to rip the ball out rather than make the tackle, the returner gets all the way out to about the 45-yard line, and that's where they take over. 1st and 10 for the Rockets, and timeout will be called by Palm Bay. Had some really good football today. Seen some really, really nice plays. I'd like to thank everyone who's hung out with me, whether it be here in person or on the YouTube stream. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're watching perform. We've had an interesting day. We had a nice hour lightning delay. 45 minutes to an hour. Snap out of the gun. The quarterback's going to take it on his own, and the Hawks said, okay, as they pick up 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Second down and 8, and they're going to give it off to number 6. Number 6 finding some room, picking up a couple of yards. Push the pile forward. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 or 5. Ball's on the Century Vieira side of the 50-yard line. 7:26 left to go here in the first half. There's a snap, high snap, and number one goes to try to get some motion. And once again, the defense more concerned with trying to rip the ball out and force him to fumble than they are making the tackle. But either way, the play, holding versus Palm Bay, and the Vieira coach is coming out to have a conversation. As there's a hawk that's not getting up quickly, and that's number 14, Jackson Curley. Curley limping off under his own power, as you can see. Didn't have a chance to really get the camera away. He was down, and then coach came over and kind of walking off. And we'll see what the penalty is.
Also, we got streaming out there live. Streaming live on YouTube.
6:55 left to go here in the first half. Quarterback calls for the snap, gives it off to number 6. Number 6 finding some room out over that left side. Not much room as he tried to cross the line of scrimmage and was taken down big time by number 16, Joey Pastovich. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 12. Fourth and 12, and they're gonna short punt it. And there's Argo. Argo setting up the lane. He goes right back to the same sideline. Got a little caravan. Makes a couple guys miss, and Argo cutting back onto the inside. Argo back-to-back punt returns. Touchdown, Suntree Vieira. Brody Argo. Back-to-back 40-plus yard punt returns, 4 touchdowns. Some call it special teams, some call it special forces. We got Rick Manley watching the Vieira Hawks from just outside of Port Southampton, United Kingdom, on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Independence of the Seas, supporting the grandson Lachlan Big Diesel Williams. And that one up and good, and there's 2 more points put on. It's 24, or check that, 22 to nothing, as I forgot how to math for like 5 seconds. Lachlan's a good kid. I have the opportunity to talk with him on the frequent. That whole family's actually just been pretty cool. Got a chance to meet his mother. Got a chance to meet his father. Very, very cool family, and happy to hear that that you're able to support and watch him here on YouTube from the cruise ship. 5:40 remains here in the first quarter. And Zeller set to kick this one off. And this one will be kicked off, and look at that. Bounces off the leg, and he'll have to fall on it at about the 41-yard line. Closing in on him was number 26, Jason Jenkins. Absolutely. Again, if you haven't been here in the past couple age groups, the next time you'll see the Hawks here on the Brevard Sports Network will be 2 weeks from now. The Flagler Titans. Flagler Titans have signed a contract with the Brevard Sports Network to do their home games this season, and well, 2 of their home games are Brevard County teams. One of their home games is against the Century Viera Hawks. The other is against the Satellite Scorpions, as Rockets trying to get something going, and the speed of that defense is just too much. Closing in from the backside was Corey Small III. But, yes, for those that also, like I said, like to watch the Viera Hawks and maybe aren't able to make it to Flagler or, again, out of town, you'll be able to – that is September the 6th. Saturday, September the 6th, right here on the Brevard Sports Network, the Flagler Titans and the Century Viera Hawks. I will be on the call for that one, as the Flagler Titans reached out to Brevard Sports Network back in December. So the Youth Pop Warner Super Bowls hadn't even been played yet, and they were already calling us to inquire about getting our services over at the Flagler Titans field, and that's why you stay home, because that right there, number 16, Joey Pastrovich, that's why you stay home and don't come upfield immediately. A broken down play, he stayed home, and no matter which way the quarterback went, Pastrovich was right there on the edge to make the play. Turned him inside and still made the tackle. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. There's the handoff to number 6. Number 6 trying to pick up something, and he'll pick up a yard and a half. And it'll bring up 4th down, and let's see. 4th and 15 here for the Rockets, whose offense just has not been able to get much of anything going here in this first half. Palm Bay calls a timeout, wanting to discuss something. had a relatively cool day here here in Florida as the rains came and the breeze has stayed, and the clouds have kind of been favorably blocking out the sun, which has been a godsend for myself. Coming up next after this game will be the final game of the day, 14U. Again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors who you've seen rotating on the bottom of the screen. Number 6, and they're going with a reverse, and once again, you stay home for that right there. Number 1 tried to cut up inside, tried to turn that back inside, and he had to because number 16, Joey Pastrovich, set the edge, and he stayed home. Force him to turn it back inside. You know you have help coming and create the turnover on downs, and it will be this will be what, this second or third drive we see of the Hawks offense. Hawks offense has only scored one touchdown. The other 2 were Brody Argo on punt returns, both from 40-plus yards. And Argo comes out in the gun. They're going to more of a, I call this the beast look. And yep, he's just going to run right behind his blockers. But this time, the Palm Bay Rockets said, we've seen that play a time or two, and we think we figured it out. So that'll be a loss, and second and long. Another direct snap. Third down, and I believe that was to number 16, Joey Pastrovich. There's Big Diesel, Lachlan Williams. Playing that guard, playing that tackle spot. Rolling left, Argo escapes, fires, and incomplete. The Rockets faithful want a penalty for some sort of holding because one of their linemen got hip tossed over the line of scrimmage. So call it what you will. Fourth down here, Argo. 3-step drop, fires, and it's caught. And he will be short of a first down, but that is number 17, Eugene Bell III. So it will be a turnover on downs with 53 seconds left to go here in the first half. And you almost felt a shift in the offense there. They're up 22-0, and it's almost as if Vieira kind of went into we don't want to show too much. I mean, they came out and ran, I call it a bit of that beast offense. One athlete, and then everybody else blocks. and then not much in the creative play department, which I've seen these coaches, I've seen some of the creative plays they've come up with. There's number 6 on the toss, and number 6 has got room and pulled down from behind. That's going to go down as either a face mask or a horse collar. I did not see. And that's going to be a first down. Personal foul, horse collar on the Hawks. I didn't see who committed the act. All I know is I saw number 6 running, and then all of a sudden I saw him on the ground pulled from behind. 6 seconds left to go, and the clock will run, and I don't think anyone realizes it, and we are headed into halftime with your score. The Sun Riviera Hawks 22, the Palm Bay Rockets 0. We'll be back with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network in about 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Brevard Sports Network. Our continuing coverage of Pop Warner football. Get ready to start the second half. Zeller set to kick this ball off. They say there's Hawks are going to make sure they're not late. There's 2 minutes still left at halftime, and they're already lined up ready for kickoff. They said, let's get this done. They're even telling the refs, let's go. We all got places to be. I don't know what those places are, but they got places to be. So we're sitting here just waiting, and I think they're gonna turn the last minute of halftime off, and we're gonna get right to it. The referees are ready, the players are ready, the clock is now ready. Zeller puts toe to leather. And the returner got some room to the outside. Probably their best return of the day, taken to just shy of the 50-yard line. And that's where the Palm Bay Rockets will start first and 10. I think I believe they have it marked at the 47, 48-yard line. Just in between the 47 and 48. Notice the football sitting on that 48-yard line. And so we'll have a chance to see what corrections now. Again, it's only 22-0. This game's not out of reach This game's not out of reach just yet. As the Palm Bay Rocket cheerleaders trying to lead the crowd in a little "We Will Rock You." And tries to get outside again, and it's already, you can tell that it's getting a little chippy there. Look, the whistles were blowing. There was some pushing and shoving, and player down now on the field, and that was just because by the time he finally collapsed, he had half the pile collapse, I think, on top of him. Gets up, and he's hobbling off the field. That's number 6. That's been arguably one of the more productive Rockets in this offense. As here we go as they send a man off. Quarterback, that snap high over his head, and right now he's got a whole defensive line, and that is a tackle made by number 12, Lasanio Small, the third. Lasanio Small Jr. Check that, Jr. And that'll be a huge loss. We'll call it third down and a trip around Magic Kingdom. And there's the handoff there. And once again, D lineman back in the backfield already. So that's gonna move it back. And now it's the combination of Magic Kingdom and mixed with probably half of Epcot. Would be the most accurate way to describe how long this fourth down is. And there's the snap. Quarterback pulls it, calls his own number. Gets some room to the outside, and oh my goodness gracious, what a hit. It looks like it was number 3, Shanabe Williams. There's a late flag on that play. I'll be curious to see if penalty on maybe something that was said, because 2 of the Hawks looked up at the referee and started saying something, and then a flag came flying. And so it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawks. Or no, it's an unsportsmanlike on the Rockets. So now what was already great field position just got a 15-yard boost. And I believe that's going to make it first and goal inside the Space Coast Lacrosse red zone. Argo. And they went. Someone moved early. No, it was someone who moved early. It's offsides on the Rockets, and the Rockets are now just giving them free yardage as if the offense needed any help. Well, they just gifted them 20 yards of penalty yards. Coming up on 6.5 minutes and left to play here in the third quarter. Argo sends the man in motion. Now he's going to one-on-one to the outside. And incomplete. I think it was Waylon Perkins, I think, was the intended receiver. No, check that. That was 19. All right, sorry about that. There's the double handoff and spin move, and helmets are go flying everywhere. And number 18, that was Blake Braid. Seems like a wild play call for being inside the 10-yard line. Play action now gives it to the up back, and the fullback pushing his way. That pile is moving, and it's going to bring up 4th and goal. At the 4-yard line. There's the snap. Argo fires and incomplete. Was looking for Zeller. That was I'm not here to question coach's play calling. I don't understand it. That's not to say it doesn't make sense. That's just me who doesn't understand it. And the Rockets so they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. As the Hawks get him down. That looks like it'll be tackled inside the 1. So 2nd and 12 from the 1. And that handoff, trying to get out of the shadow of his own goalpost, was number 4 there. And number 4 picks up a couple of yards. Now makes it 3rd and manageable. And there it is. That looks like it could be enough for a Palm Bay Rockets first down. As number 0, with some shaking and shifting, picking up a Palm Bay Rockets first down. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. There's a handoff and caught in the backfield. Palm Bay coaching sideline wants a flag. And now we're looking at second down and long. There's the handoff, trying to go around that left side. Oh, my. I think the number of that missile was number 12, Lisanio Small Jr. And it's third and very long as the ball is back just beyond the 10-yard line. There's a snap, handoff, going right up the middle. And number 17 came flying in there. That's Eugene Bell III. Bell, I think he hit the running back so hard he kind of knocked himself loose a little bit. And here come the Rockets here on fourth down. And goodness gracious, again, play made in the backfield. That's number 16. That's Joey Pastorvich making the play in the backfield. So that'll be a turnover on downs, and it will be Hawk ball now inside the red zone. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with your score. The Sun Riviera Hawks 22, Palm Bay Rockets 0. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, so it'll be first and 10 here from the 8-yard line. So here come the Hawks. And there's the handoff there. Number 19 or number 18 slips through. That's Pastovich. Pastovich fighting forward, and they're gonna stop that one right there. Correction, that's Blake Braid. Blake Braid on that handoff, and again, just NASCAR rolling right. Fires. It's incomplete. I mean, wide open, walking into the end zone. But again, that's what happens. You take your eye off the ball for that just half of a second. Fires over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, number 3, Shanabe Williams. Shabe Williams with the touchdown pass from Brody Argo. And they're, I think, are they going to go for 1 or are they going to go for the 2? Well, if they kick it for 2, they initiate the running clock. Which, if we're being completely honest, could have been initiated in the second quarter. Fires in Argo trying to get in and no good. That was Lincoln Keith playing quarterback. 28-0. And so now the Hawks set to kick this one off. I don't know if this is, I don't know if the game plan, I mean, there might be another game plan that I don't know about, but it almost looks like they are trying not to initiate a running clock situation. And again, it could be me reading too much into that, and if it is, then, you know, I apologize. That just calls and things have baffled me. $9:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And a squib kick and caught, and there he goes. Uh-oh, he's got room. And number 4 with a touchdown-saving tackle, that's Gavin Van Ripper. And the Rockets, for the first time today, have the ball inside Hawk territory. Coming up next is the Palm Bay Rocket and Sunshine Riviera Hawk 14U game. And the Rockets going backwards right now. And a timeout called by Palm Bay as coach wants to have a talk with his players. Again, I'd like to thank every one of our sponsors, DSP, Chrissy Limbeck, and of course, I don't control the music. That had a young man. He was coming up. I think he was trying to get the PA to get a music request and come to me playing music with his music request. And sure, I'll play it. I can't guarantee the whole park will hear it, but sure, I'll play it. And once again, that Hawk defense doing what it's been doing all day long. Coming up on 8 minutes left to go in the game. Today's been a wild, crazy, fun day. We had the lightning delay, then we had broadcasted a game where the rain was super fun. And right there, number 94, Waylon Perkins, brings up 4th down for the Rockets. So big 4th down here. And all of a sudden, now there's another timeout call by Palm Bay, stopping the clock with 6:25 left to go. And so Palm Bay talking over this 4th down, and coach giving his team a motivational talk in the huddle. And there's the swing pass and brought down, and there's a flag that comes flying in, number 54 on the tackle. That's Carter Dyer, and someone just hit their head on my scaffolding underneath. Flag on the Hawks, and it will repeat face mask on the Hawks, and it'll be, wait, I was saying, Mike, it's still 4th down. So we'll replay 4th down, and it's now 4th and 13 after the 15-yard. Swinging it out and try to go for the pick. and avoids one tackle, cannot avoid the other, and it is a turnover on downs for the Rockets with 6:01 left to go here in this one. Again, coming up, 14U, the final game of the day. And now we got a new quarterback in. That's not Argo. Little now screen was number 19. That was Martin Zeller at quarterback. Guess coaches aren't trying to put too much on film, I guess. Zeller, play action, Zeller looking. Zeller's going to take off and run with it. And Zeller ran into a brick wall there. That was the middle linebacker. He tried to shoulder him, and the middle linebacker almost looked down like, you know when the little brother runs into big brother and big brother kind of like looks down and smiles? That's just about basically what happened. Now Argo back in at quarterback. Sends receiver in motion. And he's going for number one. And number one has the height advantage and comes down with the catch. That'll give the Sun Trevere Hawks a first down with 4:05 left to go. And a timeout called. 4:05 left to go. And again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, DSP, Space Coast Lacrosse, and Christy Lindbeck, top real estate expert. And Zeller slides off a tackle. Zeller took a hit. Number 12 came in lowering the shoulder. And the celebration of the hit commences. Three and a half minutes left to go in this game. There's the handoff there to number one, who gives a stiff arm and then goes down. Number one tackles number one. That's David Sanchez on the carry. And it's going to be third down and about 15. And Zeller fires to number 1, and he'll take a shot. That's going to make it 4th down. That was Waylon. Waylon Perkins who took a shot. Argo avoiding pressure. Going in a full circle, fires deep down, and it's tipped and intercepted. Number 80 tipped the ball up back to himself, and that's an interception. And so far the score remains 28-0. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in all day long, or even if you just tuned in for this game. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And we have one more game left to do. 1:21 left to go, and the Rockets are back on offense. Folks, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I don't understand the game. Didn't understand the game plan coming in. There were several instances where the running clock could have been initiated in the first half, and this game could have already been done. And a really long time out here by the Palm Bay Rockets. And here we go. 1:02 left to go here in the game. Again, coming out of a huddle, had another personnel issue. And number 4 will get tackled immediately, and under 30 seconds left to go. And again, I'd like to thank everyone who's hung out with me. And if you're going to come and join us for the fourth quarter, or the 14U game, then I hope to see you there. The Suntree Vieira Hawks will remain undefeated on the day by a score of 20.